Here is how Ruben Gallego believes he can win Arizona's Senate seat. The 2024 Senate map was already daunting for Democrats. Now, some in the party worry that a tangled three-way race in Arizona featuring newly independent Senator Kyrsten Sinema and Democratic challenger Ruben Gallego could make it even worse. Gallego announced his campaign for Senate this week to much fanfare and notable success, including a major fundraising haul and top media bookings. But the launch left some questions unanswered, too. Mainly, what is his path to victory in an election as complicated as the Arizona Senate contest? The congressman thinks fears that the left's vote will be cannibalized are greatly misplaced. As he sees it, Sinema, who was a Democrat until last month, will instead fracture the vote on the right. Let's be clear about one thing. Sinema is not going to split the Democratic vote, Gallego told Politico. She's even more unpopular with Democrats than she is with Republicans, and actually has a better chance of taking votes away from their side if they nominate another MAGA candidate, which they likely will. That Gallego has grappled with these voter permutations underscores how unusual and unpredictable the Arizona Senate race already is. It also reflects the complexities of the campaign he must run. As a progressive in a state where registered Democrats are outnumbered by Republicans and independents alike, he risks being squeezed on both sides in a general election between two other candidates. Assuming he wins the Democratic nod, he also won't know who his Republican opponent is until the GOP primary takes place in August 2024, unless one candidate clears the field. And Sinema herself has not yet revealed whether she will run for re-election or step aside. Gallego's advisors said they are operating under the assumption that either scenario could happen. The congressman hasn't wasted any time attacking Sinema, though, a move that at this stage is almost certainly geared more towards raising money than winning over voters. In a fundraising email this week, he wrote that Sinema has used her position of power to help those who already have it all and has stood in the way of raising the minimum wage. Sinema's party switch and defense of the filibuster has made her an unpopular figure among liberals across the nation, and Gallego's campaign announced that it raked in more than $1 million from upwards of 27,000 donations in the first day and a half after he entered the race. The key question is whether that enthusiasm will translate into a mass exodus of Arizona Democratic voters away from the senator. Many Republicans in the state are banking on the opposite. Sinema has been a Democrat for her entire career, said Corey Vale, an Arizona-based GOP strategist who is advising Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb, who is considering a bid for the Senate. It's hard to conceive of a scenario where she doesn't get a significant portion of Democrats to support her even though she is now running as an independent. Though the general election is nearly 2 years away, Gallego's advisors are beginning to roughly sketch out what his unorthodox path to victory could look like. They believe that Gallego, who is running to be Arizona's first Latino senator, would generate excitement among Democratic voters in addition to benefiting from the high turnout of a presidential election. Ruben can build on the winning coalitions assembled by Mark Kelly and Katie Hobbs, while improving turnout/margins with Latinos, young people, Native Americans, veterans, and the working class, said Rebecca Katz, a top strategist for Gallego, referring to the Arizona senator and governor who won in a likely tougher climate for Democrats.
Growing up poor, the only thing I really had was the American dream. An opportunity. It's the one thing that we give every American, no matter where they are born in life. It was actually something to believe in and to fight for.
The odds that a single immigrant mom with a Latino boy, statistically, I was never supposed to end up even in college. I slept on a floor and a couch and a roll-on mat. Hearing her cry like every night, being stressed out about how she was going to raise like 4 kids on a secretary's salary, with an absent father.
Fue una experiencia muy dura.
Having to step up and be a father figure to my 3 sisters and skipping my teenage years influenced me a lot.
When you're poor, you really need a belief and a hope in a better future.
Mijo, Rita, you want to make you one?
And what helps to do that is when you have other people believe with you. My family, who didn't laugh at me when I told them I'm going to Harvard. Had teachers, did everything they could to make sure that it was possible. I had a government that believed in kids like me. I really did feel that I owed the country something, and we got sent to Iraq.
Losing all my friends, consistently being shot at, and people trying to blow you up all the time.
You never really fully come back from a war. You're not the same person.
Fighting through PTSD, There were some very low moments in my life, but I still didn't give up hope, and I pushed forward.
I found a new way to keep serving.
Hey, you're the first group of people that are hearing this, besides my family. I will be challenging Kyrsten Sinema for the United States Senate, and I need all of your support. Most families feel that they are 1 or 2 paychecks away from going under. That is not the way that we should be living in this country. The rich and the powerful, they don't need more advocates. It's the people that are still trying to decide between groceries and utilities that needs a fighter for them. There is no lobbyist for working families. We could argue different ways about how to do it, but at the core, if you're more likely to be meeting with the powerful than the powerless, you're doing this job incorrectly. I'm sorry that politicians have let you down, but I'm going to change that. I'm Ruben Gallego. I'm running to be the Senator of Arizona.
Because you deserve somebody fighting for you and fighting with you every day to make sure you have the same chance al sueño americano.